So even with a slow news cycle, a few Galaxy S26 Ultra details just surfaced and they're more important than they sound. Let me explain. What's up guys, Sal here. So first up, OnLeaks dropped a video showing the S26 Ultra in white and black. And yeah, some people are already running around saying these are real production units. Well, they're not. These are dummy units. To be fair, they're pretty well made dummies, but dummies nonetheless. How do I know? Simple. Just look at them. They look cheap. And here's one giveaway. Watch the volume button. When she presses it, the entire volume rocker sinks into the frame. That doesn't happen on real phones. Now moving on to pricing, there is a new report out of South Korea saying Samsung is struggling to lock down the pricing for the Galaxy S26 lineup. And the reason is pretty simple. Component costs are going up, especially memory prices, and manufacturing costs have jumped across the board. We're already seeing a bunch of Chinese brands quietly raising prices on both new phones and existing models. Samsung is stuck in a bad spot. If they pass the cost increase to consumers, sales could take a hit. If they absorb the cost and keep prices the same, profits take the hit instead. That's why the pricing decision still isn't finalized. Interestingly, Samsung is reportedly losing money on every Z trifold it sells. They're pricing it below manufacturing costs and taking a loss on each unit. That sounds crazy, but it's intentional. The goal there is to flex technological muscle, not make money, which is also why the phone is launching in a very limited numbers. But Samsung cannot play that game with the S26 lineup. These phones are the company's bread and butter. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see how Samsung handles pricing this time around. Now moving on to software, One UI 8.5 will debut with the S26 lineup. And Samsung is introducing two new features focused on saving mobile data and extending battery life. First one is called Adaptive Data Saver. Basically, once enabled, it reduces data usage in social media apps by loading videos only when you actually tap on them instead of preloading everything. It can also stop autoplay. So if you are never going to watch that video, your phone won't waste data loading it in the background. Most people have unlimited data these days, but for users who don't, this feature could be genuinely useful. Second, One UI 8.5 adds a network battery saver, and this isn't the same as the usual battery saver. This one uses AI to limit network activity when you're not actively using the phone. Think about it, social media apps constantly ping servers in the background. If One UI detects that your phone is idle, like when you're sleeping or not touching it for hours, it can reduce how often those background network calls happen. Fewer wake-ups means less power drain. This is one of the most effective ways to reduce idle drain, and One UI 8.5 finally gives you an option for it. Now on the camera side, there was a recent rumor saying you could make the S26 Ultra take 24 megapixel photos by default instead of 12 megapixels using Camera Assistant app. Turns out that's indeed true. Android Authority found internal code pointing to this. So if you want 24 megapixel shots as your default in the stock camera app, you'll need to download Samsung's Camera Assistant app and enable it once. After that, you'll have 4 shooting options. What's interesting is this might not be exclusive to the S26 Ultra. Older phones could get it too. Right now, the 50 megapixel and 200 megapixel modes on Ultra phones sacrifice some dynamic range compared to 12 megapixels. Whether 24 megapixels hits the sweet spot is something we'll have to wait and see. Finally, here's something you should know if you're planning to buy the S26 lineup. Look, we all know these phones are getting built-in magnets for proper Qi 2.2 support. That means magnetic charging, magnetic accessories, the whole MagSafe style experience. But here's the thing, MagSafe on the S26 Ultra is only a real upgrade if you're someone who uses the phone caseless. For everyone else, this might not matter much at all. SamMobile actually did a solid breakdown on this, and yeah, they're spot on. If you're planning to throw a case on the S26 Ultra, it has to be a MagSafe compatible case with magnets built into the case itself. If you use a regular silicone case or a rugged case without magnets, you're basically blocking the phone's internal magnets and breaking the entire magnetic accessory experience. Which means for most users, nothing really changes. You can already slap a magnetic case on the S25 Ultra and get MagSafe style support today. Yes, the S26 Ultra does bring faster wireless charging, but that speed bump comes from the Qi 2.2 standard itself, not because Samsung moved the magnets inside the phone. So yeah, built-in magnets are a big deal only if you don't use a case. If you do, the S26 Ultra isn't suddenly gonna feel magical just because the magnets are internal now. Quick heads up, Samsung is currently offering these solid deals right now on their phones and wearables for a limited time. Offer link is in the description if you're interested. Now Samsung is making a ridiculously wide Z Fold 8 along with the regular variant, and here's what it might look like. Click right here and I'll see you there.